It is important that political institutions exhaust all political solutions and only turn to courts as a matter of last resort. And when I look back at what happened to us in 2007, when we were visited by post-election violence, when I look at what happened in 2017 and also 2022, the maandamano, and the creation of the nusu mukate or half-loaf bread government, the handshake government, and now the broad-based government, I always wondered, had we sat down under our provisions of Article 159 to reason together and resolve the dispute before we went into fighting each other, we would have been very far as a country. So let us embrace the provisions of 159 and do NDR, or what we are calling court annexed mediation or alternative justice system, to resolve the disputes that visit us, especially politically. We have resolved those 3 cycles of disputes as the Supreme Court, but the answer given by the Supreme Court is not what carried the day. What happened at the table through negotiations in those arrangements, including the creation of the broad-based government after the dispute in 2022 elections, is testament that political solutions to political problems is possible. Although courts remain ready to delve into complex legal issues arising out of political processes, we must require all institutions to exhaust constitutional alternative dispute resolution avenues to strengthen the cohesion in our society. In today's rapidly evolving world, new dynamics continue to reshape the legal, political, and social landscapes in which we operate. Challenges such as deepening social inequality, the urgent realities of climate change, political competition, which introduce complex issues that demand careful navigation and thoughtful judicial responses. The advent of emerging technologies also bring both opportunities and risk, particularly in the realm of information, misinformation, and disinformation, especially as they proliferate through social media and have the potential to influence public opinion, disrupt democratic processes, and even affect judicial independence. For the Supreme Court to continue fulfilling our mandate effectively, close interinstitutional and collaboration and support are vital. Upholding the rule of law and protecting constitutional rights is a collective responsibility that calls for cooperation and respect among the judiciary, the legislature, and the executive, and other state agencies. I therefore call on collaborative relationship that will strengthen our resilience of our legal system and allow the Supreme Court and the wider judiciary to serve as a true pillar of justice. As an institution of this stature, we rely on the support we receive from the members of the public. Through their confidence, we are also able to serve the Kenyans while aware that the mandate we exercise comes from them. Through this conference, we are also honoring the work of distinguished men and women, justices past and present, who have contributed to building the jurisprudence of this court. Each justice, as Justice Joki has enumerated, has shown that the tremendous responsibility of safeguarding the Constitution and ensuring that justice is served without fear favor or prejudice. I can say it publicly that the justices of the Supreme Court are men and women committed to upholding the values and principles of our Constitution. This commitment is not merely rhetorical. It is a responsibility that each of them carries, and one that we do not take lightly. Their work is often solitary and demanding, yet they consistently uphold their judicial oath and do so with honor and integrity. I therefore wish to introduce my esteemed colleagues serving on the Supreme Court bench, the Honorable Justice Philomena Mwiru, who is the Vice President of the Court, the Honorable Mr. Justice Mohammed Ibrahim, the Honorable Justice Mokin Wanjara, the Honorable Justice Joaquin Dungu, the Honorable Justice Isaac Renaura, and the Honorable Justice William Ouko. I am also privileged to introduce past justices of the court, led by our Chief Justice, retired Justice Professor Willy Mutunga, the first president of the court. The Honorable retired Justice David Maraga, the second president of the court. Honorable retired Justice Dr. Nancy Mbalasa, the first vice president of the court. I introduce in absentia the retired Justice Kaupana Rawo, the second vice president of the court, the Honorable retired Justice Dr. Philip Tunoi, and the Honorable retired Justice Professor J.B. Ojuang. It is these men and women, the current and the former justices of the courts, whose jurisprudential contributions have been instrumental in building a legacy of justice and constitutional fidelity that is associated with the Supreme Court of Kenya. Supporting these justices are the registrar, deputy registrars, law clerks, and numerous court staff, both past and present, who make the court's work possible. Their efforts behind the scenes are indispensable, for they ensure that the Supreme Court can fulfill its mandate to the highest standard. To all of you, asanteni sana. And in conclusion, as we celebrate 12 years of the Supreme Court's work and impact, we are conscious that the road ahead requires our renewed vigor, our unity of purpose, and a deep-seated commitment to justice. I take this opportunity to assure Kenyans and all of you present in this conference that the Supreme Court of Kenya will stand rock solid as a constant guardian of the Constitution and the rule of law in changing times. The court will continue to be a beacon of justice, a champion of constitutionalism, and a defender of the rule of law going forward. I encourage each one of you to engage fully in the sessions that follow, contribute your insights, because we are here to learn, so that we can collectively shape the future of the Supreme Court of Kenya. I thank you once again for being part of this holistic conference, and I look forward to a very, very vibrant conference. And with those remarks, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya, it is my honor, a very, very singular honor, for me to invite His Excellency the Deputy President, Honorable Professor Kithure Kindiki, to come and give his remarks. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency President William Ruto, my lady, the Chief Justice, Mother Koome. Let me ride on the protocols because I see so many eminent persons here. But with the permission of the President, I could just mention, the AG was not mentioned. I think I didn't hear. AG is here, and DPP Renson Ingonga, AG Dorcas